Is Donald Trump gaining momentum or facing new political pressure? With fresh polling numbers and campaign rallies heating up, the political temperature is rising. Former President Donald Trump is once again dominating U.S. political headlines as the election cycle intensifies. Recent national polling shows a deeply divided electorate. While Trump maintains strong support among core Republican voters, independent voters appear more split. Analysts say turnout and swing states will once again decide the outcome. At recent rallies, Trump has focused on three key issues. He is focusing heavily on the economy, immigration, and what he calls government accountability. On the economy, Trump argues that inflation and cost of living pressures are hurting middle-class Americans. He claims his previous administration delivered stronger growth and lower unemployment before the pandemic. Critics, however, argue differently. Critics argue that economic trends are influenced by global factors and long-term policy cycles, not just one administration. Immigration is another major focus. Trump has renewed calls for stricter border enforcement and expanded deportation policies. Supporters say border security remains a top concern. Opponents argue that comprehensive immigration reform requires bipartisan solutions. Meanwhile, legal challenges remain part of the national conversation. Court proceedings continue to generate media attention. Trump has repeatedly described these cases as politically motivated, while prosecutors maintain they are following standard legal procedures. Political analysts note that legal headlines have not significantly weakened his core voter base. Controversy sometimes strengthens his support. On social media, Trump's campaign messaging has intensified. Short video clips and rally highlights are driving engagement online. His team appears focused on energizing supporters rather than appealing broadly to critics. Inside the GOP, the alignment is strong. Most major figures have aligned behind him, although some establishment voices express concern about general election electability. On the Democratic side, leaders argue that Trump represents instability and are framing the election as a choice for democracy. One key factor experts are watching closely is suburban voters, especially in battleground states. These voters could determine the balance. Fundraising numbers are also strong. Trump's campaign continues to raise significant sums, signaling organizational strength. Internationally, foreign leaders are monitoring developments. U.S. foreign policy direction could shift depending on outcomes. Foreign policy could shift regarding trade, NATO alliances, and relations with China and Russia. So what happens next? Political observers say the next several months will likely include intensified travel, televised appearances, and legal updates. Expect aggressive advertising from both parties. Donald Trump remains one of the most influential and polarizing figures. The race ahead is expected to be highly competitive and closely watched not just here, but around the world. We will continue bringing verified updates as